Hey guys, I know I haven't made a update video in a while. There's a lot that's been going on, and I had to take some time off just to kind of relax and get myself together, calm myself. I've been dealing with a lot of stress lately, and uh, for me, kind of when something like that happens, I kind of just shut down and I need to take some time off and just focus on myself. This isn't gonna be. This video is gonna be kind of depressing. I'll try to end off on some exciting notes, but I just want to do an update video since I haven't done one in a while. So, I currently am now 1 year and 6 months on testosterone. Very crazy. Time has been flying by so fast. It's really weird because when I think about who I was pre-T or who I was before, it kind of is just kind of like a weird blur. Like, I feel like it's a past life type thing where, you know, I just see old pictures of myself and I just like, it's weird. It's getting to the point that it's really weird. Transitioning has been such a blessing to me. However, I've been dealing with a lot of stuff. So basically, the title of this video is I've just been so overwhelmed and so stressed out with life, and I'm only 22 years old, so I'm a young adult. Luckily I live at home with my parents, so I'm just trying to save as much as possible for everything that needs to be done, but I'm just so overwhelmed. I've had a hysterectomy consultation, like, I want to say in January. It was like the second week of January, and everything was good to go, and we talked about it. And then fast forward 2 months later, I'm basically dealing with my insurance company, and they keep denying me, and it's just really stressful because I've done everything that they've asked for. My insurance has been nothing but a pain. So for those of you who have Blue Cross Blue Shield, and if you have any advice, hit me up, because they have been nothing but trouble. I've gone to do all my assessments and I have all my letters and everything, and they still are denying me. So part of transitioning is you test your limits on being very, very patient with some things. I remember when my top surgery came around, I was very impatient with things, and so I constantly have to like step back and breathe and tell myself everything's gonna work out, and which I know it is, but it's just everything has just been so crazy. So hopefully my Hysto will be scheduled here in the next few weeks. I was planning for it to be the first week of March, but my insurance is being difficult, so it's been kind of a setback. So hopefully I'll get that done pretty soon. As for lower surgery, basically you have to get a hysterectomy before you even get lower surgery, and it has to be 3 months prior, which I'll have plenty of time. But I have been juggling with what type of bottom surgery I want. For a really long time, I thought I wanted phalloplasty versus metodioplasty, and they're both really good surgeries. They both kind of do what I want. Phalloplasty is basically I just want a pita stand, and definitely for my sexual, I want to be able to penetrate, and phalloplasty will do that for me. But metodioplasty, all they do is just you get to pita stand, and they just take your natural growth from T And I don't, for me, like, I'm really like back and forth. I have gone through all my assessments and all my paperwork, and I was so set on phalloplasty, but now I'm not really sure. I'm kind of just back and forth. I have my consultation with Dr. Chen 66 days from now, so in May, and I'm really excited, and I know that I still have a while to make up my mind, and definitely talking to him will help me better that decision. But I'm kind of just nervous, like all the complications, and I've been through a lot, especially like this past 2.5 years. I've had a lot of basically like I've had a lot of bladder issues. About 3 years ago, I traveled to the East Coast and ended up in the ER, which I thought was kidney stones. And through the course of 2 years, I went to the ER 7 times and nobody could tell me what was wrong with me. And it was like the worst pain I've ever felt in my life. And turns out, I just went to a urologist, like the 7th urologist that I've been to, and they told me that it's 99% sure that I have a chronic bladder disorder called interstitial cystitis. So I just call that IC. I got like super dysphoric because being trans and like not, this is like the first time that really affected me, and I was like super hyperventilating, like super having like anxiety, and just like I actually cried for the first time in like a year. Thank God my mom was with me. But when you're born in like a body that you just do not feel comfortable in, it's really hard when doctors are trying to assess you and do things when life would be a lot easier if you were just born as a cis male. But I've been really dysphoric because I've had this appointment and having to show people body parts that I'm very self-conscious about, and having them look at a trans individual, and just, it's really overwhelming and gives me a lot of anxiety, and been really depressed about it. And I had my mom with me, thank God, and she like held my hand and was super nice. But that's the first time I really just like broke down mentally, because I felt so uncomfortable and insecure, and my dysphoria was like so high that I just mentally broke down and started crying, and I hadn't done that before, so it's really eye-opening, and I'm really grateful that my mom was there with me, because anytime you have to go to an appointment to do with your genitals and you looking one way and being trans, it's kind of sometimes can be really, really scary. So having her there really helped, but definitely has shifted my dysphoria and increased it so much, and I've been really struggling and having to deal with that lately. I have a procedure scheduled for next month in April, to get checked out. My urologist says it's like 99.9% sure that I have it, but you can't be officially diagnosed with it until you get this procedure. So I'm kind of just like waiting for that. So I've had to change my diet a lot. I've had to switch up my workouts due to constant bladder pain and constant flare-ups, and watching what I ingest, and it's just been a pain. Luckily, I'm about 6 weeks out, and I feel okay. Um, I don't know if anybody has this or experiences this. Testosterone is one of the main causes and hormone like imbalance. So like when I first started taking my testosterone shots, I kept having a lot of bladder pain, and it was because of my hormones and all the way that it's been adjusting. And you know, I have to take testosterone for the rest of my life. So that's not like an option. I can't stop taking tea. So I kind of just tried to work around it and see what works best for me. And it's been really hard. Mentally, it's exhausting. Physically, it's so painful. Um, it's just draining. I can't do anything. I can't go anywhere, and it's just really sucks. I had a week off from workouts, and I didn't even get to finish my um, 2 month round goals that I had for January and February with my trainer, and it's just really frustrating because I didn't get to um, prove to him that I could do it and everything, and it's just frustrating. But I know that everything is gonna work out, and today I had a really good workout. Um, for the first time in a really long time, I did a new PRs, and I felt really great. Having this IC stuff and this constant bladder pain is like unbelievable. It's been controlling my life, and I've been really depressed about it lately. Um, Not just like being able to go out and hang out with friends, but like I haven't been able to drink alcohol, for instance, and I haven't been able to have coffee, and I love coffee. I used to drink coffee every day, and I've had to completely cold turkey quit. And it's just it sucks because I can't hang out with friends and go out to bars and do some fun things. Not that I do that all the time, but you know, it's just a relaxing time to do these sort of things with your friends, and it's just been frustrating. I'm super overwhelmed and just like really, I've just been super emotional and just super dysphoric. So I had to take some time off and just regroup and rest and take care of my body and take care of myself. But yeah, sorry this isn't really a good video. Just been going through a lot, but wanted to keep everybody updated. So thanks for watching. If anybody ever has like any advice with Blue Cross Blue Shield, federal insurance, hit me up because I've been having so much trouble. And if anybody else has IC, hit me up and let me know like how you deal with it while transitioning and taking T-shots. But yeah, thanks for all your guys' support. I really appreciate it.